Tom Holland, the Spider-Man himself, has released a statement on the production of Spider-Man and, of course, getting ready to, well, return back into the shoes of MCU Spider-Man. So let's hear what he says about the prep, the stunt work, and all that, and also a brand new report in regards to, well, some of his suit elements, things going on with his suit. So yeah, Tom Holland was talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, as obviously we know production is now in full swing. Haha, pun intended, I guess. And well, he was recently asked point blank about what's going on, what's he been doing, and how's it going. And he said, and I quote, "I'm prepping for Spider-Man 4. So I've been at the studio doing stunts all day. Today was strenuous, but you know, we're making great progress. Everything's shaping up. Yeah, life couldn't be any better, really." End quote. So this was from the other day, right before production was beginning. It was literally right as they were rolling everything onto the sets and everything. So obviously, they're still very much in the studio. Obviously, screen tests of the suits and everything are being done. The actors are coming in. They're flying in whichever actors they're going to need for the sequence. The rest of the entire cast and crew are showing up. That's going to be needed. This is, the first leg of it. And as he's talking about doing stunts, so a lot of people aren't aware of this. Many of these actors, if they're doing some of their own stunts, which he does do some of his own stunts. Same with Frank Castle, a.k.a. John Bernthal. They're not doing this stuff all year long. So they're given a certain amount of prep time to work with coaches, with mobility, stretching, and all this, so they can get used to it. Because again, it's like, and I always talk about this, professional wrestling. Wrestler comes back from being away 6 months, 8 months, a couple years for The Rock. He has one match, gets injured. Your body's not used to that type of movement. So they condition these actors back into it, and then they start off slow, and then they let them work into it. So as he's saying here, he's prepping. And it's strenuous work, because it is. He's going to be on wires, swinging around. Things can go wrong, muscles can cramp, all of that. And then obviously he's talking about how they're making great progress and life couldn't be any better. Of course, let's be real about this. He's back as Spider-Man and it's not Sony taking it. Of course, things are going good for him. But now let's talk a little bit about the new suit. So we're getting some more details. Apparently, it's going to be a 50-50 hybrid between the Raimi and the Tasm suit. Now, boy, I don't know how I feel about that. Now, this is to say that we're also maybe getting 3 suits per some of the reports that are coming out. Again, I don't know. Whatever the case is, we'll see when the film hits and more set photos and videos and things leak. But let's for a second talk about this. If they're going to just hybridize the Raimi suit and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, so does that include like the raised webbing, elements of the logo, the eyes? Like, my personal hopes are that they don't eventually go with Raimi eyes on the mask. I think those were way too small, and they were always my least favorite. I do like the raised webbing on it, but I don't like the silver sheen to it. It looks a little weird. Overall, the Amazing Spider-Man 2, outside of the chest emblem being too low on his chest, is my favorite suit. So I'm kind of hoping they go more in that direction, and whatever they use from Raimi's is maybe, I don't know, pulling elements of the style of it and maybe the color and the patterning, but even that doesn't look right with the one suit we got revealed briefly and quickly and in the dark and just slightly teased. So again, we don't know the full story, but hey, when we find out more, obviously we're going to cover it. I'm excited. Whatever the suit ends up looking like, I'm probably going to like it. Like, my least favorite one is the Homecoming suit, but even that I think is good. It's just not my favorite, so let's see what they do and how they try to reinvent the Spider-Man suit wheel. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.